watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. The Kentucky offense came back strong last Saturday against Vanderbilt.
But they're going to need to ramp it up even more for tomorrow's game in Tuscaloosa. Here's what offensive coordinator Eddie Gran had to say about the matchup in an interview presented by Bird, the official shared mobility partner of the University of Kentucky. Well, Coach, you said to play Alabama, to beat Alabama, you need to have a near perfect game offensively. How hard is that to do?
Well, we're always striving for that every week. You know, offense is about execution. 11 guys have to be trying to do the exact same thing every single play, perfect technique, you know, and that's how you really have winning football on offense. Defense, sometimes you can have one guy doing the wrong thing and somebody can make a great tackle, not on offense. So we have to be great in terms of our technique this week to be successful. Health-wise, how is the big blue wall? You know what? Right now, everybody's doing pretty well. Get Horsey back this week, which is really good. And everybody's kind of healing up. So we're going to need them all going into Tuscaloosa. Terry had, one of his better games, certainly this year, against Vanderbilt. How do you get that to continue against a defense the caliber of Alabama's? Well, we got to continue to grow. You know, I didn't do a very good job in between fall camp and the first 6 games. You go back and you self-scout, and I just didn't do a very good job of what we were doing, what we were really getting better at, and built on that. And so when we built it, we built on it for the 7 practices that we had prior to Vanderbilt. You could see him getting better. You could see the receivers getting better. So as long as I'm not a knucklehead, we'll have a chance. You know, we'll just keep building on that with different concepts that he's comfortable with and us getting better at him. And that showed up in that game. So we're just going to need to show up in this game as well. Let me ask you this. When Benny was here, he got the ball all the time. I mean, he was the bulk of the carries, most certainly. Chris Rodriguez really seems to kind of fit in that same sort of mold. And yet we still have, 3 running backs that play, and they should. They're all doing a good job. But Chris really seems to be a guy that is taking the reins, that is a tough runner. Efficiency-wise, he doesn't go down on first contact. Would we expect to maybe see even more of him than we already have? Yeah, I think so. I think you've seen more of him from the Georgia game and the Vanderbilt game. If you look at the reps of Chris compared to the other guys, I think you've already seen, that happening. Cavassier is going to get more reps. If you go back to Cavassier's smoke last year and prior to his injury, he was the best back in terms of being explosive. I didn't do a very good job of getting him in last week because he is one of our most explosive players on our team. So, I think they're all 3 play. And we'll continue to ride Chris, though, because like you said, the yards after contact is as impressive as I've seen since Benny. Yeah, it really has been. And, we kind of throw up the Pro Football Focus numbers all the time. And really not even just the SEC, but nationally, he is right up there, if not the top most efficient back in the country. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I love the way where he's going. Each week it's a challenge to him. He wants to get better and better. Had that Benny mentality, and I've been really proud of him the way he's come out and performed the last 2 weeks, and he just seems like he keeps getting better and better. How is everyone's focus? COVID takes a drain on everyone with all the extra stuff you guys have to do. Then you put on top of it just the emotional loss and heartbreak of John Schlarman. How are your guys doing? You know what? They're doing well. They're very resilient. I thought Monday's memorial was an unbelievable tribute, and for our team to be there and hear all that and be a part of it, just to understand the celebration of his life. And so, they came out the next day because you know what? That's what John would want. They know what Coach Schlarman would want, and that would be to move forward, never forget, and just move forward. And that's hard. It's hard for an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old to do. It's hard for me to do. So I can't imagine what they go through and all the other stuff with Chris Oates and COVID, just like you said. But they're strong. They're really strong. And as a football coach, just trying to make sure that we love them, to understand that there's other things in this world that's bigger than this game. But at the same time, you've got to go out and it's time to compete each week. And we've been blessed to have this game of football. So that's a long answer, but I think they're doing well and they're grinding through it, and we're getting through it together.
Sometimes that 3 hours, 4 hours on a Saturday helps get you through all of the other stuff. So good luck against Alabama, Coach Gran. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you. Go BBN.
In our next segment here on BBN Tonight, we'll talk with Kentucky's athletic director.
Yeah, Mitch Barnhart is going to talk about the immense challenges that come with this upcoming basketball season. Stay with us.